August, September, October, November, December, January, February. That's 7 months out of a year, and they get back, and within a month or so, because she had to have surgery, brain surgery, you're already putting your hands on her. What is up, family? Welcome back to the channel. I hope all is well. It's your girl KayOfficial, and we're back with another video. This video is involving Maleah Davis' mother. Okay, I think the mother name is, make sure. Okay, Brittany Bowen is the mother's name. Now, a lot of people found her suspect when this case first broke. Okay, I personally thought it was suspect of her to leave her daughter with a man who has previously abused this beautiful little girl in the past. Now, her representative drops her, says her story is inconsistent. Her story is very inconsistent. So the article reads, the man who is representing the mother of the missing 4-year-old Maleah Davis said that he dropped her as a client. Now, Quinnell was representing Brittany Bowen, the mother of the girl who went missing in early May. When asked why he wasn't representing Bowen any longer, Quinnell X told KPRC that Bowen's story about what happened to the girl contains inconsistent. Now, the representative and the people that's close to Brittany Bowen and or the people that's working on the case know way more than what we know, and he probably not the only one who suspect inconsistency. Now, when the mother went to court, she was followed by people who suspected that she was guilty of similar charges as her ex or her man or whomever he was. So here it goes. The mother of the missing Texas girl hackled after cancer. Now, I Google this case every day, and it's been pretty cold for the past 2 weeks. Okay, when they arrested the suspect. Now, this article reads, Brittany Bowen's facing camera. The mother of the missing 4-year-old Maleah Davis is hugged by Tanisha Brown. After protesters demanding justice for Maleah followed Bowen down the street and confronted her in a parking garage after the court postponed a court appearance for Darian Vance was charged with tampering with evidence in the case of Maleah Davis' disappearance Monday, May 13, 2019 in Houston. Brown, one of the protesters, handed Bowen a poster and said later, "It's like someone failed you. Bowens, you failed your baby is hurtful." Now, in regards of this article, as a mother, you not only are a provider. Now, I personally don't have kids. I don't know the feeling of having a kid, but what I do know that as a mother, you're supposed to be these kids' protectors, and if you're not going to protect them, who's going to protect them? If your daughter was, injured before and was involved in an incident with this man before, she should have not been left in the care of another man. Not only that, she's 4 years old. At the most, she's in not preschool, but kindergarten. So yeah, she could have took her with her. Now, but she made the choice not to. Not only that, his 1-year-old son was absolutely fine, and as a mother, I just don't know how she can live with that. And if I knew anything or I was involved, I would definitely fess up to it. So yeah, that is the update on the Maleah Davis case. If there's any more updates, your girl KayOfficial would update you guys. One more thing, the father of Maleah Davis, that her actual father suspect the mother as well. It said, the article reads, the father of the suspect in the case of missing 4-year-old girl said that he believes the girl's mother was involved. Now, the suspect Darren was arrested in Sugarland Texas, May 11th. So that's the case been kind of dead since he got arrested. And what I mean by dead, there's not a lot going on because he's gonna get prosecuted, and that takes some time. About a week after Maleah Davis, the young girl, went missing. Now, Vince told police officers an elaborate story that included him being knocked out and yada yada. Now, Vince's father says that Maleah's mother was involved with her girl disappearance, adding that he doesn't think his son was involved. So I'm sorry. The father of the suspect thinks that the mother was involved, and his son wasn't, which that doesn't make sense at all, being that she was in his care. So the article goes on to say, I believe my son is innocent. I believe his story. Joe Vince Sr. said during an interview with the Hackle Mail YouTube channel, transcribed by KTRK. I would play the video, but I don't want to get copyrighted. Darren had those kids most of the time. He's the one who took care of the kids. Vince said his son took care of Maleah and her two brothers, regularly dropping them off and picking them up. Now, based on what the father says, that the kids are always with him, that further makes me believe that the injuries that Maleah Davis had, and the surgery and all that, was based on this his son beating this child. Now, regularly dropping him off, yada yada. He was described by police as Maleah's stepfather and by Maleah's mother as her ex-fiance. So he is the ex-fiance. I think that's cap as well. I think that he was a former boyfriend, being that he was in an apartment that they stay in, and he was babysitting the baby. So he is still close. He still was close to Brittany Bowen. So I really believe, the father says, I really believe either she has something to do with it, like it's been set up in some type of way, Vince said. So these allegations are some very strong allegations. To say in some way and not pinpoint her actual doing in this case, this situation, I can't even begin to take him serious. I'm not gonna cap. So he says, I know he didn't do anything to her because he loves her. That doesn't mean a damn thing, family. Just because you love somebody doesn't mean you have to like them. And that goes obviously for kids and whoever, That doesn't mean that you won't physically harm them in any way because you love someone. He's began taking care of her since she was like 1 year old, and since a very young child she was getting injuries, and was often CPS was often at Brittany Bowen's house. He's not the type of person that's going to harm a child at all. Hitting back at allegations by Brittany Bowen's, Maleah's mother, that his son molested Maleah. Now, if you know all this, you are just as accountable. If you know all this, things that's happened in the past, and he's still around your daughter, still, got your daughter when you're not even around, her stories are very well inconsistent and not believable. Vince added, why would you leave your child at home with him if he's doing all those things? It's very true. He also addressed the laundry basket the police mentioned, saying Vince was actually doing laundry. Now, yeah, that doesn't look like laundry. And he said that the blood investigators said they found inside the apartment Bowen's, the suspect, and the children were living, it wasn't actually from the girl. The blood that they said they found inside the house, if you look at the report, it says related to Maleah because it's her brother's blood from his toothbrush. Wow. So these are some pictures of Brittany Bowen's. So the allegation is Bowen's came after protesters confronted her at court on May 13, chanting justice for Maleah, because Maleah is the only important one in this case. She's the only one that mattered, and we will get justice for Maleah. Believe it. Some family members of Maleah's father who yelled she let it happen, and Brittany knew all along, and she did. Child protection surgery when Maleah and her brothers from the apartment Vince and Bowen shared in August after the girl suffered a head wound. Now August, we're in May. That's a couple months ago. Okay. So he, didn't get better. He didn't change within a couple months. So the children were returned in February. Wow. So from August to February, the kids were out of the house. August, September, October, November, December, January, February. That's 7 months out of a year, and they get back, and within a month or so, because she had to have surgery, brain surgery, you're already putting your hands on her. Like, was the mother scared of him? There's so many questions. So when asked by reporters why, if she had concerns about Vince, Bowens had left her daughter in Vince's car while Bowens attended her father's funeral out of state. Her representative Cornell declined to comment, saying, "I'm not going to speak on that." So again, family, I wanted to come and drop a Maleah Davis video, kind of update video on what's going on with the case. As soon as we hear more, official. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will talk.